Let's review now Donor Engagement application, a part of Fundraising module for Nonprofit Cloud. This application allows you as a nonprofit organization to track all information about your appeal history to your donors, about your engagement efforts with your donors or your potential donors. So it allows you to track all your engagement data in one place. And the second thing, it allows you to measure the performance of your engagement efforts, get some insights from your attempts to reach your donors, and so on. Let's start with the most important object that you have here. Of course, they are not specific to this app, but they are very important ones. And the most important one is campaign, of course. Campaign is an umbrella object that groups all information about your engagement history in one place. Let's name our campaign Food Banking. We will activate it. I'm not sure about the type of this campaign, so let's leave it other. It's a planned campaign because I'm going to start it in January. And maybe expected revenue 10K. Expected response is 12%. Nonprofit Cloud, once you will finish this campaign, will automatically measure your actual results, actual campaign results with your expected results. And the most important panel here is this outreach summary. When you will send actual communications to your donors, you will see that this panel will be automatically recalculated with actual data, with your response rate, with your transaction amount, gift amount that you're getting as a result of this campaign. Now let's specify what would be the goal for this campaign, what should be the target place for money that you get from this campaign. And to do this we will use Gift Default Designation object. Let's link this campaign to unrestricted designation object, which means that all transactions that will result from this campaign will inherit this value. For example, when you will create a gift transaction via API or from your payment processor, each transaction that goes from this campaign will automatically have unrestricted default designation. And of course, you will be able to change it in future. If you want to organize your campaigns or you would like to group your campaigns with different segments of your donors, the very interesting feature here is interested tags. And interested tags is something that you can create on your own and you can specify on each campaign. If you go to interest tags, you can create your own tag and you can create the category for your tag. For example, I already created food systems development tag that I just used in this campaign. And this is something that will help you to later build reports, insights from your campaign data. Now let's create some outreach source code. Outreach source code object is an intersection between your donor segment, your communication channel, and your message itself. So it's like it's answering the questions: what you're sending to your donors, how you're doing it, how your engagement with them, and who you're sending your communications to. So it answers these three questions. And for example, it can be direct email variation 1, because you might have different direct email campaigns within this big food banking campaign. Source code depends on your organization. Each nonprofit has their own source code, or you can create your own one if you don't have yet. Status is active. Usage type fundraising is okay. And this outreach source code is related to a specific appeal to your customers. And similarly to campaign, so Nonprofit Cloud will automatically track the performance of each engagement channel. For example, if you will get $100 from this direct email campaign, you will get all this information. Here you will have your response rate and so on and so on. Let's go back to campaign. And as you can see, campaign will have multiple outreach source code. Typically, there are tens or even hundreds of different outreach source code in one campaign. And that's why Salesforce Nonprofit Cloud provides a way to bulk import them if you need. So just speak with your IT team to provide the CSV file that you will be able to use here to upload into Salesforce. Now let's speak how this campaign data and outreach source code are linked to specific gifts and money that you get from your campaigns. And to do this on transaction object and on the gift commitment object, we have specific fields that allow you to specify which campaign or which outreach source code this specific transaction is coming from. For example, for this specific transaction from Luke, I can set it to phone banking campaign and direct email. And this is something that will allow Salesforce later to calculate the performance of this campaign and get some metrics from your engagement activity. The same works with gift commitments. For example, Andy Adams is sending 25 euros monthly, and you can set it as a result of this food systems development appeals campaign. So all this data can be set by API if you're using some payment processors like PayPal, etc., or they can be manually entered by your volunteers, and so on. So it depends on your use case. But in any case, Salesforce will use this information to get some good insights for your engagement activity. Now let's say a few words how you will get these insights. And to do this, you will use Salesforce reports and Salesforce dashboards, which are extremely powerful for any performance metrics. I will use one example with this report that I have already created. Let's put this report to the home page in Salesforce. So anybody, any volunteer that opened this page will immediately see some data about your campaigns. And I would like to have a report chart. And yeah, for example, this one is good enough. Let's go back to your home page, and you can see some high-level information about expected revenue that we have in each upcoming campaign. And this is something that you can configure on a very granular level using reports and dashboards. So this is the report that I'm using on the home page. The report can be campaigned with outreach codes or outreach codes with your gift transactions or gift commitments. So any data that you have in engagement, in your donor engagement, is available here. And the same with donor engagement. With these dashboards, let's refresh it. So you can see an example that I'm using this report but on two different views, and now you can customize it depending on your needs.